All right, folks, let's get to our guests. Our first guest today, Robert Grant and Michael Ashley. Robert Grant is a successful entrepreneur. He's an inventor. He founded several corporate enterprises. He's the host of Code X, an original television series on Gaia and Amazon Prime. He's authored numerous research and patent publications on biology, DNA, number theory, physics. He's also the co-author of Neuromind, Triumphing Over Technological Tyranny, published by Fast Company Press. Michael Ashley also began his career as a reporter. He's been transitioning to Hollywood to work for the head of the literary department at Creative Artists Agency, CAA, very important organization. He's a former Disney screenwriter, university professor. He's written over 50 books on all kinds of subjects, including AI and big data. He's also a columnist for Forbes magazine and Becker's Hospital Review, and he's one of the co-authors of Neuromind. Folks, I'm really excited about this book. I'm really intrigued by it. Gentlemen, welcome to the program. Thank you. Let's start with
Hi.
Neuromind. What does Neuromind even mean? Let's start with you, Robert. What do you guys mean by Neuromind?
Well, it's kind of a play on the word neurology, which is relating to the brain, the science of brain, and also mining, but mining, MINING. So mining, like we would mine for gold or mine for other assets that are in the ground. And that's what's happening right now. Our brains are being mined. And so it's neuromind, MINED. And we don't even know it. And that's probably, I think, one of the biggest travesties and issues the world is facing today. It's having a huge impact even on our ability to live in a successful society and democracy, because it's basically cattle prodding everyone. This neuromining process is putting everyone in echo chambers of their own conditioning bias. And this is why the world has such a difficult time having empathy and seeing altered viewpoints or perspectives.
Fantastic, Robert. And I truly believe this is one of the most important issues facing humanity right now. This whole technological juggernaut that literally wants to get inside your mind. I mean, folks, how do you emphasize the seriousness of this enough? I don't know. Michael, let's turn to you. The book is, of course, about triumphing over technological tyranny. Man, I'd love to believe that was possible. How do we do it?
Very good question. So first of all, I think it begins with awareness, right? We were very fortunate. Fast Company picked up this book. In fact, we're in 60 airports coast to coast right now. And I think, obviously people like all of us on this call today understand these things, but for the vast majority of people, including my own family members, they don't know this stuff. And I think if we ever want to turn the situation around, we need to wake them up. We need to make them aware of the problem. We wrote the book in a certain way to emotionally connect with audiences. When we talk about techno-fascism, there's the tendency for it to be too technical, literally, where it's too scientific, too rational. And so Robert and I wrote this book in such a way to emotionally connect with audiences, because we need to change hearts and minds. I truly believe if you're asking about a solution, though, it has to come down to an analog solution. I do believe that there are technological answers too, digital answers, but I think we need to change our culture. We need to change our value system, and we need to begin to care more about this country and what's happened to it in the last few decades.
Fantastic. Gentlemen, we're just about out of time in this segment, but I want to do a rapid fire question at both of you. What are a couple of things that we can do right now? Like as soon as people finish watching this episode of the Sentinel Report, what do they go do to help win the battle against techno tyranny and this effort to data mine our brains and merge us with machines? Let's start with you, Robert. What do we do right now?
I think the first thing is to get educated. Start to understand how this is actually impacting you. And all of us are working on this, plantation of sorts, and we don't even know it. That's the biggest problem right now, is that there's a lack of knowledge, a lack of education on exactly how profound this is. The fact that there are 56 pages on me and on my political stance on every topic that's been mined from my WhatsApp chats, that's mind-boggling. And people should know that this is in the terms and conditions. These rights are afforded to these companies, that they can literally reach in and grab information on you and then still say it's encrypted and safe from purview. It's not true. It's being read and reviewed by AI that are building profiles on each and every one of us, to the point where they can actually even recreate me, Robert Grant, and recreate content from me. Look at the terms and conditions from Zoom and all of these other companies. Start to realize that our own individuality and our own position on topics is now literally hanging in the balance.
Excellent, Robert. Thank you. And Michael, let's turn to you. What are a couple things that our viewers can do? I mean, obviously, get your book, Neuromind. You can find it at neuromind.com. But what are some things we can each do in our own lives right now to stop this train?
I think we need to have more difficult conversations. We need to talk to the people around us who we disagree with. Try to understand their viewpoint. If you're on the right, look at what's going on the left. If you're on the left, look at what's on the right. Or if you're independent, embrace both of those ideas the best that you can. But think about what will change their opinion and begin to have those difficult conversations. I also think that we need to get more involved in our local communities. We spend so much time thinking about globalist politics, national politics, but we need to start caring about what's going on right in front of us. So that means pick up your local newspaper, run for office, attend community meetings, but get involved locally, because that's where you can really affect the most change right now.
Excellent words of wisdom right there. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming on the program. The website, neuromind.com. What's the best place to order the book?
You can do it right on Neuromind, MINED.com. It'll take you straight to an Amazon link where you can purchase the book.
Excellent. Gentlemen, thank you so much for all of your work. Thank you for joining us today. Hopefully we'll get you back for another segment sometime very soon as the full implications of this begin to be understood by the American people. Thanks again, and hopefully we'll talk very soon.
Thank you.
All righty, folks, we're out of time in this segment. Stay with us. We're going to be right back with Will Witt. You're not going to want to miss this right here on the Sentinel Report.
You're watching Lindell TV.